Devin Snow, a.k.a. Holding the Mayo. Dev, what's up, brother?
Hang on, I just accidentally hung up on it.
Oh, nice. I don't want to skew the vote at all, but why would he take the Florida job?
I wouldn't.
No, why would he?
I'd say exactly where I'm at.
Yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere.
Right now,
sorry.
that's 100% of the vote is no.
That was the most chaotic trying to get him on the phone ever. I don't know what just went happen.
Phones are tough.
Phones are tough, just like words.
Yeah.
They're tough.
Words are
Well,
tough.
he's here.
What's up, Deb?
Hey.
Yo, what's up?
Well, if you listen to the show, not the vibes. I'm just going to open floor it for you, man. And we've talked a lot of LSU, but I know you got Saints thoughts as well. I'm sure you took some incredible phone calls last night. Really for the first time. I mean, Seattle game got away from you early, and it's hard to judge that one. But this was a game that you made a fight, you made a comeback, and then it just all kind of went to hell there. Your thoughts on the Saints and our guy Ratdat having really his first struggling game and having 4 turnovers?
Yeah, so I just think that what happened was, Spencer Rattler towards the end of the first half, when they scored that touchdown to Olave, he gained, confidence, momentum, right? And usually that's a great thing. Not saying that it's not, right? But I think that he just kind of overdid it and let his, emotion kind of get the best of him, and he just started taking risk, right? I'm not mad at him for it. It just didn't work out in his favor yesterday, He really was feeling himself. I mean, let's just call it what it is. He really was feeling himself, and it burnt us. And yeah, it was his worst game of the season, in my opinion. But I don't write a man off for one bad game. If you're watching the Saints at this point, dude, for wins, you're insane. You're a psychopath, right? Because that's not what you're gonna get a lot of this season. You gotta look at this different, and it hurts, bro. It's hard to do. Because everybody every single Sunday wakes up thinking, hey, I want this team to win, right? But you got to get over that. It's not going to happen, right? So you got to look at different aspects of the game. And I think if you've been looking the last, 6 games or so, Spencer Rattler has progressed every single game, and this was just a setback right here. And it happens to the best of them, man. But like Flynn was saying, first of all, when you losing so much, you ain't got nothing to feel good about. So what do people do on the internet? They try to find something to feel good about. And what is what is humans, biggest satisfaction on the internet? They want to be right. And they want to tell you that you're wrong. I mean, they telling Matt Flynn, they telling him on the internet, who's won a national championship and played in the NFL.
And a Super Bowl.
And a Super Bowl. Saying that, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. You only played such and such many games, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dude, these guys have nothing good to feel about right now.
They started at Jesuit for a couple of seasons, bud.
Yeah. So that's where we at.
Me and Devin, we looked like that picture of Jon Snow in the Battle of the Bastards, just sitting there by ourselves, with a whole army coming at us last night. Me and him, the only ones out there.
If you had tagged me in, I was asleep pretty early last night. But if you had tagged me in,
I know.
I love a good Twitter
and
fight.
it's easy, man. It's easy. And I look at it, it's like it's kind of an unfair situation for Rattler because it's such easy pickings to be like, well, let's say he throws some picks here or there when you don't look at the totality of the game, the body of work, and the totality of what's happening in the season. Like if Shuck would have started from day one and played like Rattler has done to this point in the season, they're like, we got our guy, we got him. But since it's Rattler and Shuck's behind him, like all these people that's come out of the woodwork, so we were out there fighting the good fight last night, me and Devin.
And it's like, dude, you playing Dennis Allen, who's very familiar with Rattler. By the way, Dennis Allen, we know, is not a great head coach, but we know that Dennis Allen is a great defensive coordinator. And his biggest emphasis as a defensive coordinator is to
take the ball away.
Force turnovers and get the quarterback kind of thinking. Get him to where he may take a second longer, get him confused, show him different looks. And, that is everything that was displayed yesterday, man. Like, that's Dennis Allen, man. We know that. He was here forever, coaching the defense, and our defense had never been better.
All right, so for the Saints, moving forward, because there was a couple of things, and you mentioned it, it's you show up and you kind of feel like you're going to lose games. So as somebody that's been a lifelong Saints fan, what is your reason to watch the game now? Why are you tuning in to watch the Saints games the rest of the year? That
right there, just because I'm a lifelong Saints fan, and that's That's my, what do you call it? That's my tradition. That's my culture. I don't care if they won in 27. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still going to watch the Saints. Same thing with LSU. I'm always, going to watch these teams. But it's like, at this point, the internet, we just trying to be right. That's it. That. There's nothing else to grab at because everything's pretty mid, man. Everything's just is what it is. And, I don't disagree with people that say, hey, I want to see Shuck. I don't disagree with that because before the end of the year, especially if you're not winning any games, you do want to see him because you drafted him with the 40th pick and you want to know, you want that clarity before, you go to the draft and you got a top 3, top 5 pick. You want the clarity knowing, hey, is this guy any good or not? Do we have to draft a quarterback? Whatever the case may be. Because I'd love to be honest with you, I'd love for it all to work out to where we didn't have to draft a quarterback in this next draft and we could get a playmaker. Because if there's one thing the Saints ain't got, they ain't got no playmakers on offense, dude. They started the same 3 guys every game. It's Rashid Shaheed, Chris Olave, and Jawan Johnson. Everybody else might as well be, sitting on the couch. They're not getting no play. So I'd love to draft a playmaker that could help the offense.
Yeah, there's so many holes to fill outside of the quarterback. You got a guy that, with Rattler who arguably, this is all arguable, but arguably playing better than 3 of the 6 first-rounders in his own draft class from last year and what was said to be the best quarterback draft class since 2020. And he's just and he's playing as good or better than at least 3 of them. Yeah. You watched Michael Penix last time. Penix has his moments, but my God, if Spencer threw it in the ground in the dirt as much as Penix did last night,
with a game on the line,
with a game on the line,
ending the half with an
people be wanting to stone him.
Get a grounding penalty.
I know. So there's so many other things to fix out there. Your defense gives up 6.5 yards per carry to running backs. So there's so many things. I think you hit the nail on the head though. People just want to feel better. They want to feel right out there. And the quarterback with a second rounder behind him is certainly easy picking. So, but look, Chris Olave had Alondra called us tech. We were in the group chat. This was his contract extension game. He's certainly picked it up.
Yeah, he has, and his brother was there to tweet about it. Stay on that side. It's like, dude, it ain't like that, bro. That's how much in shambles we are, right? It's like, first of all, without the fans, and I know this has been said before, but I really want to emphasize this. Fans are going to talk, dude. I've never lived a day in life where fans watch football and just sat there and was like, oh, this is bad, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to stay optimistic, and anything bad, I'm just going to disregard trying to say, and I'm just not going to say anything. We're going to wait till the next game. That's not how it works, dude. If the fans ain't talking, the NFL ain't walking. That's just what it is, man. So, I'm happy for Olave. I'm very happy for him. But let me ask y'all this. If Spencer Rattler was on the Denver Broncos team, you think that they'd be 1-6?
No. No, they'd be at least 4-2.
So we got to look at the roster, dude. And that's, you got to consider all these things, man. You got a bunch of guys who just, it's, I saw a receiver run smack into Pete Werner, smack into him like it was a wall, and he couldn't tackle him. Justin Reed, bro, I don't know. It's just not working out. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, all the vets who are naturally taking a step back. And then the O-line. It's used. I don't know how the last 10 years you drafted an O-line in the first or second round 5 times, 6 times, whatever it is, and just some of these guys you drafted, they not true first rounders or second rounders or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that Pennon's a true first rounder. He's more like a 5th rounder, 4th rounder. You can't tell me that Cesar Ruiz is a true first rounder. No, he's more like a 4th rounder, 5th rounder, So This is also a accumulation of just not getting the right guys in the first round, man. And that's the biggest thing that's got to change. You cannot keep wasting first round picks like this, dude.
They are precious. You only get so many of them. And, when you continue to get guys that are not performing, it's just a tough look. When you try to fortify your lines of scrimmage and you've just missed on almost every single pick, it feels like, hey, look, Kelvin Banks looks like he's going to be the part, and hopefully he can continue to develop there. But, yeah, you've had way more misses than you have hits. So, all right. Well, that was fun. That was not depressing at all. Sorry about that, Dev. It's just one of those weekends. And so, hey, sir, you enjoy some good red beans and rice today. You enjoy some good fried chicken and, put a smile on your face and a song in your heart.
Yeah, I'll try to do that. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And, yeah, man, we back at it next weekend. So, actually, no, we got a bye, huh? LSU's got a bye.
No, LSU's got A&M.
Oh, okay.
From
All
Texas.
Right, yeah, so here we go again.
All right,
Great.
again, great vibes on the way out. Dev, we love you. We thank you, brother. We'll catch up again next week.
All right, y'all take care.